Welcome, Cancer. I pulled for you the Fool card. This is describing this incredible amount of faith and trust you have in your own ability to move in a direction that suits you, faith that you can encounter successfully any challenges that you meet, and that you are full of the joy and exploration of your privilege to understand that the world is your oyster, that you can pursue what you want in your authentic self without a necessary destination, and that your experience will unfold as you do. This is not simply the fool as the innocent. This is the fool who has experienced the wheel of life completely once already. In the tradition that I learned, the fool was either the spiritualist or the materialist. And quite often the fool can be the materialist early for his or her in their first go round, and then that can often lead to the initiation as a spiritualist later. Despite that, I believe that this is the result of many experiences in which you may have attempted to conform to the expectation of others, or simply wanted to fit in with the narrative that you observed around you. And this, the courage, some would call it foolhardiness, to take a risk on yourself, is something you've had to earn, you've had to work your way up into. So this actually, for me and for the Cancers I'm speaking to, represents this bold determination to enjoy your life as yourself. I'm Regina from Pacific Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. I am doing a full moon reading in Gemini that's occurring on the 15th of December. It's a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below, where I am featuring a half-off sale through the end of the year. Thank you to all of you who have enjoyed that and are participating in that. I appreciate the support. So for your 10th house, this is the way others view you. This is your social identity and your community, your world, and your profession. The Moon card shows you very characteristic of your sign, although some equate this card to the sign Pisces. Clearly, the moon is your ruler. The moon is not even really a planet. It is a satellite of the earth, and that gives it a special place in the symbolism of our consciousness. This is your connection to the shadow, to the reflection of the sun. And that is about really facing up to the shadows, the aspects of ourselves we're not familiar with, the patterns that we recognize actually hold us back, that elicit fear, and that we often requires an intense bravery or some ultimate suffering or pain to take the time and energy to explore them, where often we emerge from this journey having identified allies that we didn't know we had, having to recognize that there are people who praise and value us, even if they are past, they are spirits, they're from other realms, wherever they're from. This gives you a sensitivity to energies that you can soak up like a sponge. This is about learning to ask for help for many of you, and your keen attunement to the people and the environment around you makes you particular bellwether of what others are feeling, and that can exhaust you, that can drain you. In the first house, your consciousness, the high priestess, wow. You're gaining a lot of wisdom from your experiences. These are three major arcana, pretty heavy hitters right out of the bag here. You have accumulated wisdom that is something you don't share with others, but always with every other, with very select few, if anyone, because this is a reflection. Your wisdom comes from a reflection of your life, your experiences, your path. And I do believe you are reclaiming a role that you may have experienced before. It's not necessary to believe in reincarnation to understand the value of the High Priestess's power. She has pierced the veil. She can see through time. I'm saying she is a gendered energy of heightened receptivity. But remember, this card was associated with science in my traditional initiation. So this spiritual attunement, this ability to reflect through time, to hold on to our memories, that's what the Fool carries on his back, memory. In the satchel, that's all they have moving forward, and that's all they need. And this is the ability to gather that, to claim that memory as defining you, and to reclaim the power that that wisdom gives you. In the fourth house, in your home, your family, your domestic environment, you have found some kind of gateway to prosperity, physical comfort, even luxury for some of you. But I do feel this is somehow claiming your deservedness of success, of abundance. This can also be a recognition of the abundance that surrounds you already. And that ability to recognize that abundance, that luxury, that attunement to the practical manifested world, to nature, is the gratitude that draws more towards you. This is the gratitude that helps you to attract new opportunities, to recognize that the gift is in generating new ideas. That's what generates abundance. And then the practical skills to see them through, to manifest them. But it's on your own terms. This is abundance in a way far beyond our material experience. There's a richness here that you are channeling that is supporting you at this time, that is enriching your home life, that is enriching your the comfort and luxury of the life that you enjoy. And for some of you, this can be about a kind of getting to the other side of challenges from a family of origin, from challenges from a sense of not fitting into your family environment or history, a way that you've come to the other side of appreciating the specificity of your talents and who you are, that you are in the position to always choose what is a part of your life and what is not. And for many of us, that means that sometimes there are loved ones who hurt more than they help, and thus we choose not to engage in that way. This is the message that's coming through. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, the Five of Pentacles is describing that. This idea that you have changed the way you allow yourself to be defined by others, particularly your family of origin. Particularly, for some of you, this is your childhood or formative community, the schools we went to, the teachers we had, what they thought of you, what they thought of your abilities, and how that confined you to a lane, assigned you to a lane, and how that restricted your movement, the development of your talent, and your ability to grow through and beyond, to unfold in a way that allows you to know that you are limitless. This is the High Priestess gift. There's no roof over her. Her ability to reflect through time, to reclaim the wisdom of her experiences exceeds any knowledge that others have of who you are. Only you know. And as you unfold the gifts of your individual journey and experience, you come into contact with this idea of limitlessness. That as you unfold, you can go anywhere with your desires, with your talents, with your activities, with your vision. And that's not something that anyone else can assign to you. If this reading is resonating with you at any level, please like this video, share this with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I've pulled the Health card. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. This takes on additional meaning when we think about our life limited to the health, the well-being of our bodies, which are impacted by the health and well-being of our environments. This is about choosing where you call home, who you call home, and making sure that that is the best effort you can make it. That includes the elimination of loved ones from your environment when their actions towards you or evaluation of you is not loving. So this is very critical, as less is more quite often. We live in a fairly toxic environment when even the air we breathe, no matter how healthy of an environment we cultivate, can be contaminated, can be polluted. The food we eat that is regulated by government agencies is not clean food, is not healthy food, is not nutritious food. Those are just some examples of the way that health becomes a much larger activism in the world. In the first house, the High Priestess is clarified by the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of information coming to you. There's a lot of, I'm suspecting, contact with former loved ones, perhaps old family members, even old friends that help you to verify the wisdom, the lessons learned, and opportunities to share that wisdom, to unfold and unpack that wisdom that you've gained. So this is, because the High Priestess is notoriously silent, there look to be opportunities to speak with others on something, to gain information that helps you find more value in your experiences. In the fourth house, the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Swords. This is the illumination that you are getting regarding the abundance, your truth, that is uniquely illuminating to you. And ironically, although it may sever you from a traditional family of origin structure, it actually aligns you more deeply through the truths that you're uncovering to a larger, more diverse community. You're finding truth and reflection in unexpected places, perhaps places that you once were aligned with in the past, but that you are finding the value in those connections, in the information that you are gathering, perhaps from former friends or associates that help you to unpack the meaning of the stories, how all of this adheres to a journey in which you are pursuing your truth, a truth that you're testing out regarding its application to the justice, the lives of others. The Five of Pentacles in the 7th house is clarified by the 7 of Cups. And I love this because not only are you no longer allowing others to define you, you are seeing all kinds of options that are still available to you, many of which adhere to an old life, a life you might have once believed or felt pressure to conform to, that might even make you feel good. The typical sort of superficial perks of living, a big house, a big car, a big salary, a handsome partner or beautiful partner, I don't know, whatever things are that are the lure of the world. Those are available to you. However, those are no longer satisfying enough for you. Your path is you're on a path of your particular purpose and mission. Whatever that service is that you came here to deliver in whatever way. It doesn't mean that you are a famous influencer or a world figure. It simply means in your environment you're delivering service through your efforts to improve upon your life in whatever way that occurs. And it's different for all of us, right? And this is what satisfies you. This is what provides you focus. This is what helps you move forward into areas that others are fearful to stray into aspects of our own experience that are frightening to many. You have charged ahead courageously, and you understand those perks, those offers are distractions. The Moon card in the 10th house is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. Ultimately, this is the practical you. This is the loving you that lives, exists, supports, and cares for others, and the health of the environment, the natural environment in the real world. This is you making practical application to the abundance you experience in order to sustain that. And that includes your health, to even improve that. And it may be kind of mind-boggling to many that health, or at least your understanding of well-being, can actually improve as you age. It isn't necessarily, the body feels like it's improving, but the possibility is certainly there. The awareness is there. The knowledge of how all things work together to create an intentional environment, an overall well-being that influences, impacts others, is really one of the greatest gifts we are privileged to have. I'm going to finish up this reading, Cancer, with a flora and fauna of Africa, to my homage, as you know, to Mother Earth and the motherland. And the caracal keyword is opportunity. It's a very endearing looking animal with a beautiful hibiscus flower that I believe is its association in terms of flora. Trust your intuition and follow through. Be aware of your surroundings and leap at opportunity. If you've enjoyed this content, there should be more posted above me, one direction or another. Thank you so much. Until next time, namaste.